I'm going to show you why calculus is so cool, and I'm going to use a simple math problem that anyone can understand. And hopefully I can do this in about 10 minutes. All right, so we're going to be talking about the area of a triangle. So this is the triangle that we want to find the area of. So its base is 5 and its height is 5. Now, if you think you know the area of this triangle, go ahead and put that into the comment section. I'm going to show you how most people would find the area of this triangle, and then we're going to talk about how we can find the area of this triangle using calculus. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this. Now, most people would say, well, we have a triangle here. Its base is 5 and its height is 5. So we want to use the formula for the area of a triangle. And of course, that is area is equal to 1/2 base times height. So all we have to do is plug our information into our formula to find the area. Okay, so area is equal to 1/2 base, which is 5. The height is 5. So this is 1/2 of 5 times 5, which of course is 25, or 25 divided by 2. So our area is 25 halves. Okay, so pretty straightforward here. And a lot of you might be saying, well, why do we need to use calculus to find the area of this triangle? Well, we don't have to use calculus to find the area of this triangle because we have a formula. But if we had another shape, maybe something like this, well, we don't have a formula to find the area of this thing. Okay, and this is where calculus becomes very powerful. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about how to find the area of this triangle using calculus. So the first thing that we need to do here is define this triangle in a different way. Okay, so here is our triangle. It's the same triangle. We have a base of 5 and a height of 5. But this time we're going to go ahead and define this triangle using the XY coordinate plane. And we have this blue line right here. In algebra, this would be the y is equal to x line. In other words, for whatever x is, y is going to be the same thing. So right here, if we go out 5 on the x-axis, we go up 5 on the y-axis, right? So this is the line or linear equation, y is equal to x. So you can see here, if we have this line and we have the y-axis and the x-axis, we have our triangle. Okay, so we need to understand this before we can get into calculus. Now let's talk about how we actually calculate area in calculus. And this is very interesting. So in calculus, kind of the big picture concept is that we add up little rectangles that are underneath this kind of line or curve. Okay, so let's take a look at our triangle. Again, we have a base of 5 and a height of 5, but how could we find the area of this triangle? Now, of course, we could use the formula, but let's approach this in a different manner. Now, one thing that we know how to do is, let's say, find the area of a rectangle. So if you notice right here, we have an area of a rectangle right here, and another little rectangle right here, another one right here, etc. So what I could do is get a pretty good estimation of the area of this triangle by finding the area of all these little rectangles and then adding them up. But I could get a better estimation if I use skinnier rectangles. And this is the big picture concept in calculus. So in other words, let's make the thickness of these rectangles real skinny, like so. And when we do that, we're going to get a much, much better accurate estimation of the area of this triangle. Now, some of you might be saying, well, I still don't understand why you just don't use the formula. Area is equal to 1/2 base times height. Well, let's suppose we had a shape like this, okay? And we want to find the area from here to here. Well, we don't have a formula, okay? But what we could do is start adding up these little rectangle strips like so to get a very, very good estimation of the area of this figure, right? And this is the big picture concept in calculus and why it's so powerful. Now, how could we get a perfect area underneath this rectangle? Well, you might be saying to yourself, well, if we can make these triangles super, super skinny, matter of fact, if we make them infinitely skinny, we'll have the perfect area underneath this triangle. And this is the concept that we're going to use in calculus. Okay, so let's go ahead and see the actual calculus to do this problem. So what we want to do here to find the area of this triangle is add up all the infinitely small rectangles that are underneath this line that start from 0 and go out to 5. Okay, so that's conceptually what we want to do, and in calculus we express that this way. So this symbol right here is called an integral, and it basically means add up. It's just the sum of all these tiny little infinite little rectangles that are underneath this line. Now what line are we talking about? We're talking about this line right here, the y equal to x line. Okay, so underneath this line, y is equal to x, we want to add up all the tiny little rectangles that start from 0 and go to 5 on the x-axis. Again, we're going to express this is using the integral notation in calculus. So we're going to go from 0, or we're going to start from 0, and we're going to stop at 5 here on the x-axis. And what we want to do is add up all the rectangles underneath this line right here. Y is equal to x. Now we have this little dx notation right there. That, of course, is important in the actual study of calculus, but for our example, it's not that important. Okay, so calculus is a language, right? And again, what we're trying to do here is find the area of this triangle. What we're doing is using integration, this concept of integration in calculus, which is just basically a fancy name that says, hey, take all these little tiny infinitely small rectangles underneath this line right here, add them up so we can get the area, and this is what we need to do. All right, so we're going to find the integral of 0 to 5x dx, and when we do this, we will have the area of this triangle. So to integrate in calculus, and that's what we want to do right here, is not that difficult, because basically what you need to do is follow rules. Now, I'm not trying to completely oversimplify calculus, as it is an advanced mathematics and there is a lot to know. But for a problem like this, the rule to integrate is super easy, and let's go ahead and take a look at that right now. Okay, so what we want to do is focus in on this x. So we're trying to integrate 0 to 5x, or x to the first power. So this x is really x to the first power, and we need to pay attention to the exponent, which is 1. So the rule to integrate this is to add 1 to our power. So we have 1, we're going to add 1 to it. Now what is the answer? Well, it's going to be 1 plus 1, right? So when we have our power here, our exponent, we add 1, we get a 2. All right, so whatever the answer is, we're going to divide by the answer. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you this so no one is confused, because this is so easy that a lot of people just can't believe that calculus is this easy. Okay, so what we're going to do is add 1 to our exponent, so that's 1 plus 1. The answer is 2, and then we're going to divide by 2, so this is what we're going to have. Okay, so x to the 1 plus 1, of course, is x squared over 2. And now we can use this expression, this variable expression, to easily calculate the area. And let's go ahead and see that work right now. So now we are ready to find the actual area of this triangle that starts from 0 on the x-axis, goes to 5, and is underneath the line x, or y is equal to x. Now remember, when we did our integration, we got x squared over 2. So to calculate the area here, what we're going to do is take x squared over 2 and subtract it from itself. Now the key here is that we're going to replace these x's with these numbers right here, 0 and 5. So the way this works is the following. The top number, and this is what we call a bound, is going to go in this first expression. So in other words, we're going to replace this x with 5, and then over here, this x squared over 2, we're going to replace with 0. But you can see here, 0 squared over 2 is going to be 0, so we can kind of get rid of that. And if we calculate this right here, this is going to be 5 squared over 2. Again, we're going to take this 5 and replace this x with that 5 and do this calculation. We will have the area of this triangle. Okay, so let's go ahead and see this work. So the area of this triangle is going to be equal to x squared over 2, where x is equal to 5. So we're going to have 5 squared, which of course is 25 over 2, which is the same answer that we got when we followed the formula up here. So again, you can find the area of basic figures using simple formulas if you have simple formulas. But if you have something like this, well, you absolutely need to use calculus. And this is why calculus is so cool and awesome. And if you're interested in learning calculus, well, you're going to have to work your way up. You're going to have to study algebra, geometry, and pre-calculus, but it is an awesome topic. But at least hopefully this video gave you some basic understanding of what calculus is about. And of course, there's more to calculus than this, but if you understand this, that is fantastic. Okay, so with all that being said, I definitely wish you all the best in your math adventures. Thank you for your time and have a great day.